Good morning, as we are the life motivators that come in here each day. Yes, we bring in life, things that we're dealing with, things that we're going through, different phases that we are all in, because we're creating these journeys for ourselves. What are you imagining for your life today? What are you imagining for your next 6 months? What are you imagining your life if you never had to truly worry about anything in world? We put so many different thoughts within our own heads that make us worry about shit that we don't need to worry about. Things that we can't handle or things that we have no control over, but yet we want to think about it and dwell on it and put that energy into our life. And what is it doing? It's sucking other energy that you could be putting into a new direction of how do you see your life if you never had to worry about money? If you was able to build a business and create residual income to where it's always coming in and all you have to do is link up on the computer every once in a while. So if you're having a life like that where you can travel around the world and do what you want because you have that freedom because you created that thought process. See where that started from, right? My thought process put me in the direction that I wanted to connect with the correct people to align me to do the things that I wanted to do that was opening me up to something new within my life that has never been done within my family. And everyone thinks I'm crazy for the ideas that I have of the journeys that I want to take because it's never been done within our family. They always see it on TV and they say, oh, we're normal. We're average people. You'd never be able to do something like that. But yet each day as I put my mind and my focus to my energy, then I'm moving my life in the direction where I want it to go. Each individual entrepreneur that you see on this screen today, they're building their visions and creating their life, put in a different step and a different path and a different light to what they see and envision because it started with their dream. It started with their power that they harness within of something that they see greater within them of what they want to do within life. And each day as we're creating and we surround ourselves with other people so we can co-create. And sometimes the people that we have within our families aren't the ones that we need to co-create with because their imagination or their creativity has been hampered by something so great they haven't been able to figure out, unlock it, and move past it. They want to stay stuck in that average mindset. They want to stay stuck thinking nothing can ever happen for them. They want to stay in that kind of thinking when we don't have that kind of thinking. We have an open, a bigger, broad. We have a worldwide vision, a universal vision. We have something more that's not just for us, but for others as well. Because we have found that yet we can build us and dream us all day long. But yet when we seek the wisdom from others, it could take what we only limited knowledge that we have and opens that to a broader knowledge because we're seeking wisdom from others that have talents that we do not. Did I have the talents of the online world and how to do it? No, I didn't. I was a construction man. I worked with my hands and I wore steel toe boots. But life moved me to a different direction to say, this is not the path that you're supposed to be on right now. We are going to give you a little interjection of something else. Open your mind and be creative with it. So I did, and I listened. And then what did I do? I surrounded myself with more people that had that kind of wisdom and kind of energy. And then I surrounded myself with more people to get that kind of wisdom because there were so many things that I thought I knew, but I didn't know. So as I have learned new things and new skills on a day-to-day basis, I've been able to harness these and grab them and move forward with them and not just sit there and say, hey, I learned this. Cool. Now it's for me. I learned that I can give back this knowledge. I learned that I could give back some of the wisdom that I learned from others. And then we all work together to make it a little bit better because we are all co-creating each day together. In here, bringing a different inspiration, a different perspective of words, a different perspective of life, of how instead of dreaming that good life, of not having to be at that jobby job, what actions are you taking to build something more for you, for your family, for your future generations that will come in your life? Think of something that you're doing today that is so powerful that will move generation after generation after generation after generation. Thousands of years, these things that we're talking about in here each morning of the heart connection and the dreaming and the creating and taking action and implementing and journaling and writing all this down. We didn't think of this yesterday. Imagine that. Wisdom has been passed down for thousands of generations. And we, same guitar, we've just put new strings on it, and now we're singing a new song out to the world right here. And as we sing each day and we bring and we praise each other for the success that you're having within your life, it's more beautiful songs keep coming out. People are saying, how are they doing that? They changed their perspective. They changed their way. They started listening to the 7 decisions and implementing them in their life. And then I will give those to y'all tomorrow. We're learning each day within here. And I want to make sure that we're passing more wisdom and more knowledge of what you can do to increase your life to the next level. We're creating the journeys. Is it a happy one or is it a sad one? What do you see at the end? Most people are already creating like their vacations. You see the happiness at the vacation way before it gets here. Live your life that way. Go ahead, brother.
It doesn't have to just be a momentary thing that we experience, for 4 to 5 days or for 7 days, or, before you, like you were just saying before the recording started, for 2 weeks or whatever the case is. We don't have to just experience that in a limited time frame. That mentality is possible. That mentality of more of practicing the wisdom, the knowledge, understanding, the envisioning more and what's possible for us. That's something that we're all capable of exploring every single day. And we can literally use that mentality, that vision, those thoughts in order to guide us, to lead us, to catapult us more or less until the life that we ideally want to live. Not everybody is living that life, and we're not talking fairy tale here. We're really not. We're talking reality, but it's a matter of you taking yourself there. It's a matter of you writing out a vision, writing out a plan, writing out where it is that you want to go, stopping to actually think what that even looks like for your family, for your household, for your wife, for your husband, for your children. And I'm not saying, hey, you're going to live your dreams through your children. No, don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, where can you see yourself going? What do you see yourself doing? Where do you see yourself at? 6 months from now, a year from now, 6 years from now, and what are you doing in order to get there? You spent the majority of your life down whatever path you're currently on. How successful has that been for you? Do you have proven results? Or are you headed where you want to go? I don't believe that we were created in creation to operate off of limitations. We're limited already to, we can only jump so high. We can't fly physically. We can get on an airplane, but we don't have wings. Outside of those limitations that we're all aware about. Yeah, not you haven't earned them yet, Thomas. I'm sorry. We're getting there. We're getting there. But none of us have wings, and none of us can go and lay by a brick wall and be like a chameleon and turn into the wall. We're not gifted with those aspects, but like when it comes to our mind is the most powerful tool we have. Our thought process is the most powerful tool we have. It is the most powerful muscle we have outside of our heart, that's beating however many times a second, or whatever, a minute, like we don't have to operate off of those limitations. Limitation restrictions, limitations say you only can go so far. Is that what you envision for yourself? I'm going to forever be stuck at this job. I'm going to forever be stuck in depression. I'm going to forever be stuck in darkness. I'm going to forever, have to do life, whatever that is, whatever those answers are for you mentally. You know what they are because you just thought about them while I was speaking. Whatever those things are, you weren't created to just operate off of those limitations. You were created for so much more. And the fact that you wake up every single morning is proof of that. But Like that's the heavy lifting that me and Thomas so frequently reference. You know, it's going to take you getting yourself there. You know, refuse to operate and adopt the limitations of, I'm sorry, but our parents, our siblings, our family members, our bosses, our friends. You know, there's so many different people who we've adopted their thinking, we've adopted their practices, we've adopted their limitation as a whole and received it as our own. But why? Why?
How
Go
many
ahead.
how many people was in school, high school, college, vocational, this, that, and the other? And then when you got out, you said, I will never read another book, and then haven't for 20 plus years. Had a
That's
man
real.
yesterday, 20 years. I don't read books. I don't like books. I asked him a simple question. Do you read some books? Man, I ain't read in 20 years. I had enough of that crap in college. Is exactly the words he told me.
Great
And
example, Thomas.
yeah,
Great example. That's the
limited.
truth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, put limits on
Finish your
itself.
thought.
Put limits
Yeah.
on itself. That's what he did. I don't want to do it. Well, why was you doing it in the first place? Why were some of the teachers and professors asking you to read some different books? Because it's bringing different wisdom and different knowledge within your life. And if for 20 years you have stayed stalemate saying, well, I can't do anything else in life because this is all I know, because you limited yourself.
Yeah.
We
And,
want
you-
to,
and you know what? Let's explore that though, right there, Thomas. Let's kind of mingle right there for a little while. Think of that concept. So we grew up, the majority of us, in a school system, whether it be public, private, or you know whatever. Where we grew up in a school system where, because of how we were taught to learn, and some of the content that we were learning, that we didn't identify with it. We didn't identify with it, and because we didn't identify with it, then we adopted that limitation in thinking, I don't want nothing to do with this, because like this might not be my history, this might not be my heritage, you know. Or the way that it was being taught, you know, was very in the box kind of thinking. And even as a young child, as a young adult, you saw yourself imagining so much more. So instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna teach myself, I'm gonna educate myself, I'm gonna continue in this pursuit of sharpening myself, and in the most powerful tool that I have, which is educating thyself, okay, with thy mind. Instead of saying I'm gonna do that, we said, all right, I'm 18, I graduated from high school, boom, I'm no longer gonna read a book. That's real, Thomas? That is a large portion of the world society has that. That's why people are stuck. That's why they feel stuck. That's why they operate off of limitation. From the age of kindergarten or whatever, you know, that age a kid goes to school, from that point all the way up until high school, you know, or college even. I'm through. I've had enough education. Really? Really? So you know it all. You know we don't know it all. But you said, I no longer need to learn. You don't have to read an essay or a book on English literature or something. You could read something that's making you a better you. You could read something that's making you smarter, that's helping you analyze your own situations, your own thoughts, you know, that's helping you in your finances, that's helping you in your relationships. There's so much material out there in reference to books. It's not even funny. We couldn't read it in a lifetime. That's how much knowledge is out there, guys. But are you searching after it? Are you going after that? Are you growing? We're meant to grow. I don't care how old. I don't care if you're freaking 89 years old. If you have the capability of still reading and your comprehension is there, and you're not experiencing Alzheimer's, you don't have memory loss and things of that nature, then you were meant to grow. Continue to sharpen yourself. Your mission isn't done yet. You know, your purpose isn't done yet. That's why you're still here. That's why you woke up, YouTuber. You know, that's why you woke up this morning, sir, ma'am, whoever you are watching this morning.
you know, our brains send out electrical signals the whole time. Our brains are always active. They're always moving. And then what happens when we start feeding it with something? It just starts, the nerve endings start to say, you know, there's no connection here. There's no spark anymore. So it's like a spark plug on a car, just not firing anymore. So what does it do to that section of the brain? That's where your hearing loss, that's where your vision loss, that's where your dementia, that's where your Alzheimer's, that's where, different things start happening within you because you shut down different parts of the computer brain your most powerful tool. When you start shutting down that, then you start losing in every aspect of your life, your body, and what you came here with. Affecting us, moving us faster out of this. Now, we want you to enhance it to the maximum each day, like somebody has put jumper cables on you and you are ready to rock. How many did the 9-volt battery thing? Put it on the tongue, test it, make sure it's working, right? Get that little charge. How many did it a second time just to see because, that felt pretty good. Right? That's, I don't know. And you did it again. And you do it every time you pick one up now because you know it's not going to hurt you. But you know that voltage that is giving within you, you have a more powerful system than that 9-volt battery. Yeah. Energy is within us all and everything that we do. And it all starts with your thought process of you and what you want your life to be and where you want it to go. The energies and the creativities of the things that you have already learned up till now. Nobody wanted that but you. So you read the right books. You read the right manuals. You read the right policies and procedure books. You had to be taught by a mentor at the job site where you're at. They just didn't throw you and say, hey, here, we're hiring you for this. Go for it. Nobody has ever experienced that. So we're walking you through something else that a lot of things of what we had already, but yet wasn't nourished. That's you.
Thomas, I don't think we're done yet. I don't think we're done yet. And I don't mean like this morning. I mean, humankind, mankind. We're not done yet, guys. I honestly believe that exploring these thoughts and having these conversations with ourselves, let alone groups of people in the masses, like we're only beginning to have these conversations, but through having these conversations is where so much more lies, like different inventions, like creativity is just going to roam free and grow in the masses of the minds across the globe, man. We're only starting to have this conversation. And I believe we're far, far from done in what humankind can actually do. Because if we're only using and operating off of 10% of our brain, what? Only 10%? And we come this far? There's so much more that's out there. Go and get it, though. Go and get it.
That's it. Crystal. Go ahead, Crystal.
Yes, good morning, everyone. I definitely agree that, we've just touched the tip of the iceberg with all of that, because we've also, we'll constantly always have that younger generation too, that's moving on up and starting to become more aware. Looking at my daughter, who's around 19 years old, and just the conversations that her and her girlfriends have, way more advanced than I ever had at 19. It's amazing the level that these youth or young adults are really absorbing and stuff like that. And then I look at my younger kids, and we had a small life lesson this morning. My son just learned that you can't cut with your left hand when you don't have left-handed scissors. Blew his mind, so there's small little things that everybody still needs to learn along the way. And as we grow and develop, we can get a little deeper into it. And I agree, we've still got a lot to go. So.
And every day is growth. And every day that we get in here and do something new with just to kickstart you. Hey, whatever it took, if it was just, you got 1% of the 98% of stuff that we brought in here this morning, just 1% of it. You receive that and you get in that receiving mode each day, you will see your life start to shift. That's why I say shift. Why? Because I'm not asking you to change. I'm not asking you to do anything different. I'm just asking you to shift your vibration of thinking. And it's all you. Not thinking of me, thinking of, Julio, or thinking of anybody else within the community, or what's coming next, or my business, or my job site, or my kids. The shifting of you, the better thought process of you, how you feel is going to bring out the better outcome of your day. And each person that is around you, they have to have that same understanding. Mama's not here to make me happy. I need to be happy within me. And mom is going to be able to provide me with different guidance and wisdom, or father, whichever order it is. Or if you're by yourself and you're running around your house all by yourself doing different things today, stop in the mirror every once in a while and say, you know what? I am here for you and you are awesomeness. Keep it up. Those little power words to you every once in a while, they mean a lot. Just to let you know once again, because nobody is going to come over into your office. Nobody is going to come into your bedroom. Nobody is going to come to your house and want to shake your hand and say, you know what? You're nothing but awesomeness today. But within here, guess what? You get to see our beautiful smiles, our beautiful faces, and then you also get to hear those words. I believe in you. The person that is watching this, person that is listening to this, the person that is here right now receiving these words. I believe in everything that you do because that's what you desire. I believe in everything that you do because you're giving your heart to it. And then I am thankful that I am here each day to be able to enjoy the journeys that y'all are unfolding for your creations, or with your creations. Go ahead, Miss Crystal.
So I wrote a little bit about vulnerability, because that's exactly what all this is too, is opening yourself up and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. And I remember having such a hard time with that. I always associated vulnerability with being weak. Like you are giving up control, or you're allowing your guards to come down and almost potentially letting, like negative in, or, like I always saw it as nothing healthy. I felt vulnerability, but breaking your walls down and being more vulnerable lets you learn you. And that's what I've found over the last, especially more so the last 6-7 months. And so I feel that it's almost a necessity for your growth is accepting that vulnerability. A hard part for me was a few years ago is being vulnerable for in front of my child. I felt too that I was weak and that I wasn't that parent figure and stuff like that. But once I opened that up and I allowed that vulnerability to be present in our conversations and in our relationship grew so fast. And I feel like we connected on a deeper level because my daughter needed that. Whereas with another child, you may not need to be as vulnerable, but to let them know that you're human too. And everybody grows and everybody learns and stuff. It says allowing yourself to be vulnerable is probably one of the strongest things that you can do. It shows the real courage within you, revealing your true self and your heart. It can be daunting, but be your beautiful, authentic self. Let people see the real you. Own your story and be proud of the person you worked hard to become. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. So be open to being vulnerable and watch how you'll grow.
Growth is in all different areas. There's many different things that people have to work on, because whatever you're experiencing within life right now, you have built that up over the time frame. Not you, I'm just saying in general, because people build up anxiety within them. Anxiety over something that they've never even experienced or even went to do, but they listened to other stories and it built up a image within their mind of what could happen to them, and they've never experienced it. Snowboarding, I always seen, the crashes, I always seen the wrecks, and I always seen the broken bones, and I always seen all that. I was like, no, I don't want to try it. But until I went to Colorado and tried it, total different experience. Same thing with skydiving. Many people, I'm afraid of heights. I could never get in a plane. I would never jump out of a good plane. Things like that. It's things that have been built up. But have you ever actually been on a plane, suited up, ready to go, and even got out there to try? No. So you're still building up different things within you, but yet if you've never even experienced it, how can you put, exactly what could happen? Oh, a lot of things could happen in life. tomorrow could be gone for all of us. But yet we're here today, and we have the love within us to know that there is more for us in this world. And Julio said a minute ago, we're not finished. I'm only 47. Me and him was talking last night or yesterday. I'm looking at a good another 60, 70 years that I want to have this beautiful face on this earth. I want to be able to keep walking and keep doing what we're doing, going the places that we create and seeing the different things that are happening from the different ideas from people, even the younger generation, as we were talking here, that are listening and understanding and having more power within themselves at a younger age than we are today. Why? Because they're listening to the wisdom that we can now pass on instead of the lack of knowledge. My father wasn't able to pass down some different trades and skills that I wish I would have had. And he wasn't around other people, or I wasn't either, but yet I have learned through other aspects, because it's like, I need to learn better financing. I need to learn how to be a better father. I need to learn how to cook. I need to learn how to do, this, that, and the other. So what did I do? I surrounded myself with people that had that knowledge so I could attain that wisdom and I could pass it on to my son. And now he's a younger age and probably smarter than I am with the energy and the process of manifesting things. Yeah. It's awesome to see the younger generation's energy as well. Julio, do you have anything else you want to bring out this morning?
No, because I'll get way too in depth, and our recording will go way past its time frame. So just remember and reflect on the things that we've said this morning, and allow them, to give you a self-analyzation and a self-breakdown, of that step by step.
Dive, brother. I'm not worried about time. Dive. If you need to go, dive deep. Rock it.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm on a limited time frame as well. But yeah, that's it. Just allow yourself, man. Give yourself the permission to. If you haven't, you deserve it. You owe you. We say that all the time. You owe you in order to go there. You owe you in order to go there, man. Plain and simple. If you don't go ahead and do that, that's that heavy lifting we're always talking about. Heavy lifting can be in so many different forms. But if you don't allow yourself to go there, nobody's going to push you there. You're never going to go there. 20, 30, 40, 50 years are going to go by, and you're never going to visit that thought. You're never going to explore your own mind. You're never going to dive deep within yourself in order to get there. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take you having some tough conversations within yourself. My man Bilal says it best, man. Basically start asking yourself the questions, that you need to ask, so you can literally be revealed the answers, that you need. That's how you get the fruit of your soul, the fruit of the spirit. That's how you see the more in who you are, not in who anybody else can be, but in who you can be. The potential and the that unlimited potential in you as a person.
And you remember that right there, that part right there. We are always so quick to, hey, you could probably do this and it worked better for your business, or you could probably do this and it worked better for your health, or you could probably do this and it's worked better for, whatever you're going towards. Then look at that person. Have they achieved that? Because we find so many people that think they have all the knowledge for everything and find the solutions for everybody else's issues, but not their own. Imagine that. So always look at the source that you're getting the information from. Do they have that success from that question that you are asking? Do you know why me and Julio connect with a higher power each morning to ask our questions? Because they're connected to the higher power. We connect ourselves.
Wait up, Thomas. You mean my mama doesn't know it all? My daddy don't know it all? You mean they're not going to give me the best advice? No.
Only if they have the success for the advice that you're asking for.
Yeah.
Have they built that business? Have they ever done this, or have they ever done that? And if they've tried it and all they did was try and it didn't work for them, so what kind of advice are they going to give you? Everything that didn't work for them. Not the kind of advice I need. If something has truly worked out in a physical form of how I could work out my legs, to be able to do this cycling, what kind of exercise do I need to do that's the people I'm going to listen to. Why? Because I'm going to go to the cycle shop today, and then I'm going to start talking to them. Hey, do y'all have exercise plans? Do y'all have little team routes that y'all do, or this, that, and the other? So on weekend rides, me and Carol can get us a bike, and we can start going with collective groups on the weekends or something for a little 20-mile trip, or to get ourselves in tune with riding. What are you looking for within life is where you're going to go. The advice that you grab from others, like I said, we need to pay attention to who we're listening to. Because why would we want to continue a cycle that has chains that have never been broken from? We broke those chains of life that we did not want within ours. We sent them down the road. I burnt my chains, turning them some nice jewelry. Roger, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I think it's very important who we are listening to, that they have the results what we're looking for. Like I was listening the other day to, what's his name? Internet guru anyways, but then he was saying, don't ever listen to the guy from Facebook, because he has not the results what he will tell you, because they're only there to pick at you and to shut you down, make the money, they got paid for what they shut down. And that really stuck in my mind, that we have to look what kind of results the guys have, where we're looking for the next thing what we will implement.
That's it. And that's why we love being able to hang around with entrepreneurs within here that are growing, and being able to pass along knowledge of things that they are implementing that have worked for them. Will the same implementation work for everyone? No, because we all put different actions, different tonalities, and different feelings to the outcome of a situation that we're wanting to happen within our life. I can put out some content and then send it all out to everyone. Now, will it resonate with all of your friends as well? No. But yet, once you put your spin to it, and you put your words to it, and you put your feelings to it, and the outcome of what's going to happen once you put something out, then you will start resonating with people that resonate with you. We're going to wrap this one up this morning with Miss Shannon. She's here today to give us her awesome affirmations. Go ahead, Miss Shannon.
Morning, everybody. Today, I abandon my old habits and take up new, more positive ones. I love and accept myself just the way I am. I wake up today with clarity in my mind and strength in my heart. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. I trust the process of life and I prosper wherever I turn. My potential to succeed is infinite, and my ability to conquer my challenges is limitless.
Abilities to conquer are limitless. Everything that she wants to, everything that we want to. Start writing down your own power affirmations. Start coming in here each morning to get a little injection of happiness and joy within your life, of knowing that you have people that will surround you to support you in everything that you're doing. Keep up your entrepreneurial minds. Keep opening those minds and hearts to something more that could happen within your life, because that's what you desire. We are here as the Life Motivators. See y'all tomorrow.